I have a couple of fine young gentlemen standing in the studio with me this morning. Very, very pleased to welcome to the studio this morning Mike Tinius. Mike is from Mount Olive. Mike, you're a 17-year-old young man, and you have your very own nonprofit. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Galley.
You can call me Mike.
Good morning, Mike.
But thank you so much, Mike, for being here. Mike, you're 17 years old. You have a registered nonprofit. It's called Bend the Cycle.
Yeah.
And how did you get this thing started?
It originally started with an idea of I came from a poor community in Passaic County, and I moved to Mount Olive. I noticed tremendous differences, and it's arguable that my future is now set because of the education here. Mm-hmm. So one of the things I thought of was, how can I provide all the resources I have here and give them to kids in these communities so they can succeed too? So it started off with a website and a book. It's evolved so much. As of September 7th, we're an official domestic nonprofit in the state of New Jersey. And yeah, the website is bendthecycle.com. You can visit it, and the guide is interactive. It's always updating, and it's right there to see.
So, because, I mean, and ladies and gentlemen, you have to go to the website. You just have to go. It's bendthecycle.com, right?
Yes.
And I'm just telling you, I went to and you've never seen anything quite like the way this. And Mike, you laid out this website, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I designed it using Squarespace.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's really amazing. Now, and again, Mike, the idea here is giving students in poorer communities the resources to do what? To help themselves, right?
Yeah. So, for example, one of the things we have is self-education. Mm-hmm. Because in a lot of cases, you'll find watered-down curriculums because of lack of resources in these communities. So, a lot of people don't know is with websites such as Khan Academy and Coursera, you can learn a lot of stuff by yourself. And you can go on to get a college degree and even complete the GED. We also have a segment on taxes. It's just a lot of different stuff that I didn't know about when I used to live in those communities.
I'm going to guess that there's a lot of stuff, even in our communities here, which are not necessarily considered, lower income. There's still a lot of great information on this website, and it's all aimed at teenagers, right?
Yeah, it can be usable by anyone, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But the idea is you're looking at your fellow students. Now, Mike, you're 17. Are you a senior in high school now?
I'm a senior in high school and a sophomore in college.
Oh, and a sophomore. Oh, so I see a double dipper, huh? So you graduate from Mount Olive then in May, right?
I graduate from Mount Olive in around June.
June, right. Mm-hmm,
and then I should have one semester left of CCM after I graduate.
Okay, so you're attending CCM. And then what are your plans after that?
I would like to hopefully transfer to a 4-year to complete my accounting degree.
Mm-hmm. Accounting, and that's what you're interested in. All right, very good. Now, let's talk a little bit about bendthecycle.com, which is, again, a registered nonprofit. So how many other people do you have helping you with this website?
Well, we have right next to me my best friend Abdul. We have 2 teachers at Mount Olive High School, my name is Danielle Kwaliak and Susan Steinhardt, and we're currently recruiting volunteers, really looking for anyone to help, but that's currently the team right now.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you have a board for your nonprofit as well?
Yep, that's all 4 of us.
Okay, all right, here we go. Okay, very good. And now, let's just give Abdul a chance here to talk. Abdul Saeed also, you guys are dancing around the microphone there. You can pull it down. There you go.
He's a lot
Thank
taller
you.
than I am. He has
not a lot taller. No, just an inch, a couple of inches. But Abdul. So now, how did you get involved in this, Abdul?
Well, like Mike said, I've known him for almost 3 or 4 years now. Mm-hmm. And when he started CCM, I used to give him rides there and back because that's where I go to. Mm-hmm. And he brought the idea to me in the car one day, and like most things Mike says, I almost kind of ignored it, but this one actually stuck with me, and I actually really liked the idea. And I told him right there, if you ever get this off the ground, if you ever need help, you have help right here. I will help you with whatever you want. And right now I run our social media, and I overlooked some parts of the website. Mike did the bulk of it. He's the coding guy here,
right. Mm-hmm.
But that's where I rule with the social media part.
Social media. So let's run it down here. Facebook, right?
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
And
YouTube,
it's YouTube, and it's all Bend the Cycle.
Everything's at Bend the Cycle, yep.
Okay. And I guess the name comes from the idea of bending the cycle of poverty, right? Mm-hmm. Is that the goal there? Mm-hmm.
That and Break the Cycle was kind of taken at the moment, so we couldn't really do that.
Breaking and bending,
Well, yeah, but then, we thought about it, you can't really break, the cycle of poverty. Poverty will, unfortunately always exist in some form of or another, but you can bend it in your favor. Like Mike said, with all the things that we provide on the website, tax help, welfare information, even stuff for seniors, like FAFSA information, financial aid, waiver forms for the SAT, PSAT, AP test. Just so many things that I didn't know about going to Mount Olive High School that I could have used until I saw it on our website.
Okay, so I mean, it has resources that students may not know about, but then, as you mentioned, Mike, it also has it links to items for self-education. And let's Abdul, thank you so much. Let Mike slip in here again. And you're talking about, so in other words, basically, you're looking at a student. Let's say there's a student, he's in high school, and all of a sudden he discovers that there's more out there than what's being given to him in his classroom. And and this website gives him the opportunity to find out more.
Yeah, it's honestly a huge surprise because when you live in those communities, you don't really know that there is better. I think one of the quotes I heard was, "I was so poor, I thought it was normal." And it's the depressing reality. All the stuff that happens, teen pregnancies, high school dropout rates, gang violence, it's all a matter of education. So if we can fix education in these communities, then all of these problems suddenly disappear. Now, it's a small initiative. All it is providing a resource, but hopefully once we expand, it can turn into more.
Okay. Now, so the next question and then is, how are you guys able to promote this, and how are you targeting the areas where it would do the most good?
Unfortunately, since we're both rather broke, a broke college student as well, we don't have money to self-fund it. I've already paid for the website out of pocket, even though our household income is less than $10,000 a year.
Right.
So we're mostly using social media, and we're hoping to reach out to media outlets, and we're relying on donations for that so we can market it.
Okay. So that's what, here we are at RNJ. Hopefully we are a step in the right direction for you on that.
Absolutely.
But now let's again talk about the fact that since you're a nonprofit, if someone makes a donation, a financial donation, they get a tax-deductible receipt, right?
Well, we're not 501c3 yet.
Oh, okay,
We didn't
okay.
account for that.
Oh, okay.
However, since we are a nonprofit, as soon as we become 501c3, we can send notifications out, and then they'll become retroactively deductible.
Oh, okay. And you are working on becoming a 501c3?
Unfortunately, we need $400 to file for that.
Yeah. All right. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. $400. That's all it takes to help get bendthecycle.com to become bendthecycle.org and a registered 503c3. You can make donations, and you have two fine young gentlemen in the studio here with me this morning who really need some help to get this thing started. Like I said, go to the website. It is absolutely amazing. It's stunning, really. It's almost, I mean, in other words, the layout and everything is kind of overwhelmingly, it's so good, so that's terrific.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Yeah.
And just to add in, if anyone knows a lawyer, anyone from like a media outlet, any accountants, anyone can be of help to this.
Okay.
It's a team community, and we can help solve poverty together.
All right. Mike, thank you so much for doing it. Abdul, again, thank you guys for being here. You got to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. BendTheCycle.com on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Bend the Cycle. Look for the resources. Find out what these two young men are doing and find out ways in which you can help them bend the cycle. Very good. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.